So the first thing I would say, the problem that I came in for, it's fixed, and that was client acquisition. I felt like I was not able to predictably know how I'm gonna get a new client in, and that's extremely stressful. 6 months ago, where I felt like, okay, I was able to get here by myself, you know, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to go from here to the next level by myself because I don't know what to do and I'm trying a different bunch of stuff, but I feel like I'm stuck, so I need to get help. Um, and that's where you come in, essentially.
What's up, everyone? I hope you're having an amazing day. And today I have Luis Alfaia with me. He's from my home country, Portugal. I think the only one from Portugal in our program, in the Alpha Acquisition program. And in this quick video, I really want to dive into what you're doing, Luis. Like, share a little bit how things went from A to B, and also like get people to understand how much hard work you've put in to get to where you are today. So if you want to start by introducing yourself, man.
Sure. Yeah, so my name is Luis Alfaia, and yeah, I'm from Portugal. And I'm the CEO and owner of Glory Giants. And essentially, what we do is we help people with creating content and then monetizing their content. So, content creators, entrepreneurs, business owners, we help them essentially to make videos, thumbnails, and then monetizing their audience as well. Um, and so that's essentially what we do. And yeah, and I've been working with you and with the Alpha Position program. I think is November, if I'm not mistaken. November or
Yeah.
I'm not sure. November, yeah. Um, and at that time, I can tell you what I felt at the time, maybe. So at that time, I felt like I was okay, you know, but I felt like stuck, like stuck, like, you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
what it's like, because I've been in a position where I've done everything by myself, essentially. Obviously, I have a team, a great team, and all that, but I mean, like, I started from ground, zero, essentially. And I did everything by myself. I don't have like any friends or family or, that are in business really. Like I have great friends, great family, but, not really business, so um, I don't have anybody to talk to essentially, with, how I'm gonna grow. So it's like, people come to me asking for advice, but I don't have anybody to ask advice from, essentially that's from business side, business, not personal.
Hmm.
Um, and so I came across, some video, an ad, I don't remember, very well. And then, yeah, and then I made the choice to join, and I'm extremely excited, and extremely happy to make that decision. Because, yeah, I mean, it has been a crazy journey and has been great for sure. Yeah.
Oh no, that's amazing. I think that lately, after seeing you like win after win after win, and we'll
Yeah.
tap into that in a minute. But I think one thing that I don't even know, and I would love to know is like, what got you started in the to build an agency to begin with? Because
Hmm.
we get a lot of we get a mix like of people who are like in the early days, and then other people who are already like going, they already have clients, so and they want more like the scalability or
Yep.
growing. But so and you were definitely one of those. You were starting out when you joined. So what what happened before? What made you actually jump into the space to begin with and start the business?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like so school wasn't for me, like I didn't like school. And I was like, I want to like live school as soon as possible. I want to start working and making money and all that. And I've always been like an entrepreneur per se, you know, like I was the kid that would sell, stuff just to make a quick buck, like I was that kid. Um, but so then I started, at 18 years old, I started working, a bunch of different jobs, McDonald's, Burger King, you name it, everything. I did everything. Um, and then in factory jobs, whatever, name it. but I was doing that just to make, obviously some money. But I was always like trying different stuff, a bunch of different businesses, a bunch of different, you can't even really call them a business, but just trying different, just trying to make money essentially, just trying stuff out, essentially 99% of everything fails. That's the, everything 99%, fails. But um, this started to work out essentially because I had this idea that I wanted to have a business, online business, because I tried a bunch of different things. And I've seen some, I got some clients and this started making some money. And I was like, okay, maybe this, this might work, I'm seeing some progress here. And then I just kept going, I just kept going. And eventually got to the point where of like 6 months ago, where I felt like, okay, I was able to get here by myself, you know, but I don't think I'm going to be able to go from here to the next level by myself because I don't know what to do and I'm trying a different bunch of stuff, but I feel like I'm stuck, so I need to get help. And that's where you come in, essentially. Yeah.
No, happy to see that it worked out. And one thing that I admire on you, and we don't see this very often, which is like you never questioned your your niche once. And this is usually it's the biggest question that most people in the agency space like they're like, what niche should I focus on? Should I test this? Should I test that? And right from the get-go, you knew this is my niche. This is
Yeah.
what we do.
I would say that's not because I'm special. That's because I'm very, very like I consume a lot of content within like the business space. Like my TV, I don't have like TV. I don't watch like TV or just weird stuff or whatever you want to call it. Like I don't do that. I just knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Like I've always been like that way. So I would say like I'm 20 years old at that point. Like let's say 18, 19, 20 years old. And I have like a bunch of things that I already know, not because I experienced it like in a practical way, like in a business, but because I've consumed so much, like, books, videos, like so much of business, So you can
Yeah.
imagine, like, it's kind of funny. I'm talking about with my friends about business and all of this stuff, and I'm broke. You know what I mean? Investments, and I'm flat broke. But I think that's, people think like oh, once I have money, I start to worry about that stuff. And that's not how the real world works. Like you need to understand first, and then the money comes. If you don't understand it, right? Like it, how the money is going to come? It just magically is going to appear? No, the money comes to those like to have who know what to do. You know what I mean? How to make the money, and then how to manage the money, and how to invest it and make more, and so on. But you're not going to be just, magically appear money and then, oh yeah, then I'll worry about that later. No, you have to worry about now. And that's what I did, like essentially all my life, Um, and the niche, man, brother, I always tell people like, forget about the niche, like forget about the business, forget about the business, like the niche, because I hate when people say, oh, that makes money. No, everything makes money. Everything makes money. Money is everywhere, you know? Like forget about the niche, forget about the business, like just pick something and start working. It's not about you're not making, it's not because of the niche that you're not making money. Believe me. It's because there's money there. There's people making money there. So something is going wrong, but probably it's not the niche for sure.
No, absolutely freaking love it. Because that's the thing. And I keep saying it also like over and over again, which is people tend to stay paralyzed so long depending on independently of what area it is, but usually the niche selection is one of them. They could just get back and forth, back and forth. And if they took that time and just pick one randomly, go for it, they would get a lot more done.
100%. Couldn't agree more.
Oh no, amazing. So now I would love to start like picking apart a little bit your business model because I know that a lot of people are interested. Everyone talks about the results, talks about like showcasing these amazing screenshots, but what people don't see is the effort that goes underneath it, and also how it actually works. So, I mean, whatever you feel comfortable sharing, like,
Yeah,
how does your agency work?
sure. So essentially, like the first, I would go from. So we have a, and by the way, entering in the alpha acquisition program made me, so I believe that I had one problem, okay, when I entered and then and I had that problem, and that problem is fixed now, but I had that problem, and I was right about that, but I was wrong about that was my only problem, like I had more problems that I didn't know, and now I know. Now I'm glad that I know that I don't know everything all the time, like, because when you think that you know everything, you probably don't. Believe me, you don't know, right? Something is, something is your in your like blind spot,
Hmm.
um but I would say the following. So the first step is obviously getting the clients, right? You need to get the clients in. That's if you don't have clients, you don't have a business, right? You need clients, right? So that's the first step, and that was the main problem that I had, um that I felt that I had, and I had that problem, because I felt like was random. Every client that I got, I felt like was extremely random. Like I didn't felt like I have a system that I can get a new client in, and now that it's fixed. Um, and then we help clients with whatever they need within the content creation and monetization space. So a quick example. So you are a YouTuber, right? And you need somebody to edits your own videos, right? Because you don't have time or you don't like to do it, whatever, right? So you need to hire an editor, right? Now, if you hire an editor, you have a problem because the guy, 1 week later, 2 weeks later may say, well, I don't have time, or I don't want to work with you anymore, or whatever, But if you work with us, we have a team. So we don't have that problem because we have always a team inside that you don't have to worry about hiring another editor or
Hmm.
a thumbnail guy or whatever. No, everything is with us, right? So the only thing that you have to do is record the footage. We take care of the rest, right? And so essentially that's it. We do the videos, we do the thumbnails, and then the other part of the business is obviously helping our clients with the monetization part of things. Because one of the things that I've seen a lot is, for example, a YouTuber, not a business. If it's an entrepreneur, he knows how to make money. But a content creator, a lot of times, you guys would be surprised. Like big channels, guys with, extremely smart guys, extremely smart, but not business savvy, I would say, because man, they focus on what they are good, and they are good at making content, right?
Yeah.
And so we help them at doing just do the same thing what you're good at, but let's make more money, right? And then we focus how to make them more money. And so that's essentially what we do: make content and make more money for you.
Love it. Absolutely. I mean, and yeah, we did notice that trend as well, which is, and actually more people are now capitalizing on in different ways on it, which is like content creation, content creators in general. Um, I think since we saw the boom back when YouTube started to become a thing and people start to say, okay, I can actually make a living out of it. And that, I think that, I don't remember the years, but I would like 2016, perhaps 2017, around
Mhm.
that. Then we saw the rise of UGC. People are starting to do short form. Then things just become a little bit like wishy-washy. And now you have these so many people that know how to create attention, but since since again there are so many avenues they can pursue to monetize that attention, they end up perhaps not optimizing for the best one for them. So
A
that's when
hundred percent. A hundred
agencies
percent.
like yours come
Yeah, a
handy.
hundred percent. That's because like, and makes sense, right? Makes sense because like, let's say that you're just a guy with a random job, just a average guy, right? And
Hmm.
then you start to make some videos, whatever videos about, I don't know, cars. Let's say cars. You like cars, right? And
Hmm.
then, no views, no traction, no anything. But then one video, boom, 1 million views. And now you start making some money on YouTube, and now you're making a bunch of videos, and that's now your main job just because, the channel blows up out of nothing. Not out of nothing, but obviously you put some effort in, but things start, um, getting some traction. And then you're like, okay, now I need some help with video editing because I don't like to edit or I don't have enough time to edit. So you hire an editor. But then, and this is what I've seen, is um, you think that you only need an editor, but you don't just need an editor because um, you don't know how to make money, essentially. Like you're making some money, that's fine, that's great, right? But you're leaving so much money on the table because you don't know how to do it. And that's fine, because it's, I mean, makes sense, right? Like if you had a regular job, right? And then you're a content creator and you're making like 5, 6, 7 grand, 10 grand, whatever. But you should be making like 20 or 30, and you're not because you don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And so we help our clients with that.
No, great. Absolutely love it. I will pivot this now a little bit more into the tactical side because I know that some people like that stuff. So, straightforward question. What's your favorite method now to get clients?
Cold DMs. Cold DMs is my favorite, I would say, because I love knowing that I'm gonna send X amount of GMs and I'm gonna get a client. It's just a number game. It's volume, and I love that. Knowing that it's just volume. It's just working. Keep doing the boring stuff. It's going to work. I love that. I absolutely love that. So I would say cold DMs.
I would assume that your team now, after sending 100 DMs, they don't give up, right?
Oh, no, no, no. That's one thing that I've seen so much, brother, so much. Even people, by the way, even in the cool thing about like in the community is that we talk with each, people send, you can send DMs to other people and talk with people and and it's great. And I remember talking with people about I don't remember the name, so I'm not, and I wouldn't say if I remember, I wouldn't say, but like, oh, I'm feeling like, kind of down because I've sent, 100 DMs and nothing. And I'm like, brother, that's nothing. You understand? 100 DMs, that's nothing. 100 DMs, bro, you're not working enough. You know what I mean? It's like that's nothing.
That's
That's
the
and so yeah, it's just a numbers game, volume. I would say this, okay? I would say this. Imagine I'm just going to give a random example, but let's say that for sure, right? That for every 1,000 DMs you send, you're gonna make $1,000. Okay? Just quick example, right? Quick math. That essentially means that for every DM that you send, you're making $1. That's what it means, right? So
Mhm.
don't be like, oh, I'm sending DMs, I'm making no money. No, bro, it's just that's nothing. You know what I mean? Like you're just sending messages. That's fine. That's not honestly, I don't even consider that working, honestly. Like I don't even consider that work. That's nothing, that
You heard it here first. Does not work.
it's not working.
No, but yeah, and interestingly enough, since we see this especially with people who are more in the starting phases, they tend to um, feel a little bit more challenged, especially because even when they start seeing results out of it, then they still need to learn the sales skills and how to convert and how to communicate and all those things that come with it. But then also a very interesting thing is for people who are already making some good money, they feel like, I don't feel it's on purpose, but it's almost like, I don't want to do that. It's like boring stuff. And at the end of the day, when I spent some time like thinking about, is this behavior thing, like, is it something like you get to a point where you don't want to do it, or is it more like psychologic? And I would bet, based on the way I see things, it's a lot more mindset related than it is work related, because it's discipline, which is directly related to mindset.
No question. No question. And I would say that I think the biggest thing for people, and I'm saying this even in my friends group. I have like some people that they are, they want to get into entrepreneurship and they obviously know that I'm an entrepreneur, so they, talk to me and, hey bro, what you think about this? And I'm always encouraging because I think entrepreneurship is amazing, right? But I tell you, I feel like, listen, this is great when everything is going great, but most of the times it's not going to be great. Most of the, like every day is going to be painful. You're going to be able to every single day. You're going to have team that is going to is going to give you problems, clients that are going to give you problems, and then you lose money because you lose a client, and then you lose a team member because whatever, and then you need to give training to another person, you need to hire again, and just a mess. You need to
Yeah.
get comfortable with getting messy, and you need to get comfortable with that. And when I remember one friend in particular that he said, man, I feel kind of down. I'm trying to translate because he's in Portuguese, right? But um bro, like I tried, but I sent like 100 DMs or whatever, and it's not really working, and so I'm gonna give up. And I'm like, bro, you better give up now. You better give up now because you have no idea what's coming. You if you think that after 100 games you should be a millionaire, just stop. Go work on McDonald's or whatever. Like, bro, no, I'm not saying like don't take this as me being like a bad guy. And no, I'm just saying you have no idea what's coming. You don't want these problems because when things start get bigger, the problems also get bigger. And so if you're not able to handle the, I don't know even what it call it, but you feel bad because you sent 100 DMs and nobody responded, and you feel bad, bro, just go do, I don't know, just do something else. Not entrepreneurship
Call
is
it
not
a
for
day.
you, go do whatever, but not entrepreneurship. Forget about it.
Yeah, it's an as we were saying, I think it will end up all boiling down to building a very strong mind and also understanding that it's all about playing. It's all about staying in business and not winning. You win by staying in business as long as you can, pretty much.
100%, 100%. And forget about, and you said like like strong minds, but I would say this. I would say is not the not caring. You need to not to care. You can't like overthink it. I mean like, so if you start overthink everything, oh, I'm going to invest money, I'm going to lose the money. Oh, I'm going to send a message, and then they're going to see my message but not respond, and then I'm going to feel bad, and then, bro, nobody cares. That's the thing that I always like put in my mind. Nobody cares. Oh, but this nobody cares. Like really in real world, like in the real world, like nobody cares.
Yeah.
Uh, so just keep going. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. It's going to, like I always say the following. Like entrepreneurship is like in terms of the volume thing. It's like the same thing of like going to the gym. You are fat, so you start going to the gym, right? If you keep showing up, just keep showing up, right? And do the, exercise, eat right, just keep doing it. You're going to lose weight, you know? It's going to,
Hmm.
is not a matter of, is this going to work? It is. You just need to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, right? If you stop, yes, it's not going to work. Yes, that's true. Yes.
And also consistency.
Yeah.
Because to add on top of that, I see a lot of, and I think it will relate. It should relate. I mean, I don't have by any means as much expertise on YouTube as you do, but consistency is key there as well.
100,000%. 100,000%.
Because I mean,
That
you can
extremely
have
important.
a lot of, you can have like great videos, but if you like that consistency, again, it will like it'll be trending up, but very slowly.
A
And
hundred,
by the
a
way,
hundred
that's
percent.
that's me, by the way.
Yeah.
But same thing applies in every single aspect of business, which is like you might be doing the right things, but if you don't have the discipline to keep them consistent, um, well, you will work double, triple, four times as hard as other people. Just keep it consistent.
100%. You need to keep it consistent. That's a funny thing that I've seen a lot with creatives. Because creatives are not, and that's because of the monetization part of the business. It's because of that. Normally, creative people are not business people, because business people, not, I'm saying on general, obviously there's, exceptions to the rule, but I'm saying like somebody that is extremely like business focused, they want to know every single number, right? How much videos are we going to make? How long? How much money are we going to make for each video? How many sponsors are we going to have? On average, how much any sponsor is going to pay us? Like every single metric we want to know, right? Business,
Hmm.
you want to know every single metric, right? Creative people are not like that. And that's my struggle with every single client that I have that is a creative by nature. It's like I say, okay, so how many videos are we going to be able to make? I mean, I'm not sure, depends of, how I'm feeling, feelings, right? Oh, because I need to be creative. And I get it. I get it. You are creative, right? So you need to get inspiration. And it's not like, and then I try to build them essentially structure. That's the thing, structure. Okay, listen,
Hmm.
I get it. You're creative, right? You're the creative mind behind all of this. Perfect, right? Now I'm gonna be the structure, okay? So how many videos are we able to create? I don't know, depends. Okay, let's agree on something. At least 8 videos a month. Would that be fair enough? I mean, yeah, 8. Yeah, I can do 8. Okay, let's do 8. You know what I mean? And so for
Yeah.
those 8 videos, let's do this boom, 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 and so on. You know what I mean? And so essentially that's what I try to build is structure to my creative clients. Because if not, they fall into that situation of not being consistent. And
Hmm.
I've seen, and by the way, just so you know, and the audience knows as well, I've seen big channels. When I say big channels, I mean big channels. Okay. I'm not going to say the names, obviously, because of, obvious reasons. I'm not, I'm a
Hmm.
professional, so I'm not obviously going to say no names, but I can tell you, um, big channels of extremely smart. I'm not saying like dumb people. I'm saying extremely smart people, but they are creative and they think that structure that I just said and being business, whatever, and they think that money is just gonna come because I'm creative and whatever. Okay, and then they eventually things fall off, and because why? Because you weren't able to build structure into your creative space. And I get it, it's complicated, and this is a struggle that I have with my clients. It's like, oh, it depends because this and that. I get it, but we need to build some structure in the
Hmm.
think about a business with no structure. You don't know the numbers, you don't know anything, it's just whatever. It's gonna fail. It's just a matter of time. You don't know anything. It's just
Yeah.
oh yeah, now it's going fine. I'm going making some money. Great. And when things start to go down, right? Because and then you don't know anything, right? Like if you have every single metric of every single thing on the business, then you know what's going wrong and how to, change it,
Exactly.
right?
We
If
do
you
the
don't
same with
know,
ads.
you don't
Yeah.
know. you know?
Exactly. No, interesting. So, and uh, just to dig a little bit deeper on the technical side, so how do you structure it when it comes to like you have a new client? Because you focus on content only, no ads.
I mean, we can do the ads of, the creatives of the ad, but
But
not like
you're
them.
not managing ads.
No, 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 no.
Okay, so beautiful. So which is it's a small, which is creative agencies or content agencies, which I know a lot of them struggle, a lot of them. So quite curious, like let's say you onboard a new client, like is it you like taking care of like the strategy? Do you have someone on board? How does it work?
Mhm. Yeah. So anything related with strategy would be myself that I'll take care. Essentially, I'm the strategy behind of all of it, right? So I make the connection between the clients and the creative team. So what I do is I talk with the clients in a meeting like this, and then we figure out the strategy. The strategy is in my opinion, not my opinion, I think it's reality, but is the most important thing. We need to have a strategy, a plan to attack on, and to have also some metrics to see like 3 to 6 months from now, how things are going or not, or you know what I mean. So we know what our goals, right? What we want to do, and yeah, and then we figure out what is this type of the type of editing, the style of the video, the thumbnails, and then all of the other components. And then I take care also with the creative team, all of the editing and all that. um yeah, essentially yeah, essentially that's the process, I would say, behind the scenes. Obviously,
Mhm.
it's a lot more complicated, but I'm trying
Yeah.
to, make it simple here.
No, cool. So you get a client, get in, strategy, then start working on the content.
Yeah.
Oh, I think a very intriguing question that a lot of people might have, because
Hmm.
bear in mind, my YouTube channel is tiny, and still I get pitched like pretty much every single day, whether it's on Instagram with
Yeah.
email, whether it's for video editing, you name it.
Hmm.
And I think that there's this phenomenon that it's not new now, but like everyone pushes with crazy guarantees. So here's the $100 million question. What's your guarantee
What's my guarantee?
for
No
clients?
guarantee, no guarantees. And I have the guarantee that I have is the following, okay? Is that we are going to be able to give you the best value for price that you have on the market. That's our guarantee, okay? Now, if you don't like it, if you don't whatever, that's fine. You don't have to pay us a single cent. That's the way that we work, okay? Um, but you know, we have no problems. If I'm going to be honest, like we have essentially zero problems. Because we are extremely open with our clients. We set expectations very clearly. And when you set expectations, very clearly what you are about, and then you deliver, you have no problem essentially. But guarantees in terms of like, oh, I'm gonna give you like 1 million views and or whatever it is. Listen, nobody, and I mean nobody can guarantee you that because that's just the way that the business works in terms of like the algorithm. You know what I mean? Like YouTube, Instagram. Listen, it's funny. Sometimes we make a video and I'm like, listen, this is gonna be a banger. This is gonna be 1 million views. You really think like you watch the video, everything, you're like, man, like this is banger, and it's not a banger, right? And then a average video, and when I say like an average, I mean just just another video and gets 1 million views, and you're like, how the hell this happened? You know what I mean? But that's the way that the business works. Like I here's the thing. The only thing that I care about is every single thing that we are able to control. Okay. And so we are able to control how many videos we do and how good the videos are in the thumbnails, in the monetization part of things as well, in terms of like how many avenues you have, like of revenues of stream of income and all of that. So every single thing that we are able to control, we are in top of everything, okay?
Mhm.
But everything else, people try to figure out like the algorithm and this and that. Listen, forget about that. You don't control the algorithm. You don't control it. Forget about it. You don't even think about it. That's what I say. I say like, okay, sure, right now YouTube is liking, is pushing a lot shorts. So makes sense, right? To make shorts. Sure. That's a, you know, okay decision to make. But I see things like, oh, start your video by saying this. Start like, and I'm like, listen, that's all wishy-washy, and sounds good type of thing, but it's not real. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
it's more faith based than actual reality because trust me, I've seen average, and I mean average videos, you know, getting a bunch of views and extremely good videos not getting as much, you know? Why? Only, maybe the CEO of YouTube or whatever knows. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I know one thing. It's impossible with our strategy to not make more money than you are already making right now. It's statistically, scientifically, it's mathematically impossible.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to highlight the what you said right in the beginning of this, which is no need, no need to pitch based on guarantees. And this is what interesting, which is people starting out guarantee something they can't control, and then people are already in the game. No, I don't guarantee anything. I guarantee I will give you an exceptional experience by working with me, but I can't guarantee your views because that's not under our control. And this is when like high level conversations, people tend to find it's difficult to get clients. But reality is they don't know enough about the business in order to communicate with clients at that level. So whenever I see like guaranteed 200% increase, I'm like, no, dude. I mean,
Yeah, it is because listen, how I'm going to guarantee something that I don't control, you know?
yeah,
How can I can't do that. That's impossible, right? Like that's if I do that, I'm a liar. Okay, I'm lying to you, you know? So I'm not a liar, you know? Why would I lie to you? You know, if like listen, business people sometimes I think like overthink this, you know? Business is relationships. That's all it is. It's relationships, okay? You know a guy that knows how to do something, and then that it's a business done. You know, that's business, right? So, you know, if I need help with something related, like with, you know, everything that you guys offer, I know a guy, you know, and I'm gonna talk with that guy. You know what I mean? If I need something, like for example, um, just give you a quick example. I had some questions about accounting, you know, of not accounting, but you know, just legal stuff here in Portugal. What I do, I talk with my guy. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
business, you know. You know a guy, maybe then a lawyer. You know, oh, I know this lawyer. You need to, you know, fine. It's business. Business is relationships. And the only thing that you want to build is you want people to know that whatever you say, it's true. Whatever you say, right? People are like, this guy, if he said that to you, that's true. That's business. If people can believe in whatever you say, that's business. If you have to try to sell something that is really not true, but then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna may work for like short term, let's say, right? Maybe, right? Maybe. Long term, impossible. I have clients for 4 years. How the hell I'm gonna be able to have a client pay me every single month for 4 years? If I'm not, you know, who I'm say I am. I needs to be reality. You know, they need to like me. You know, they by the way, they pay me and they are happy to pay me, right? If not, they wouldn't be working with me for like 4 years, right? 4 or 5 years, whatever.
there you go.
So that's the goal. You know, every single time that I have a client come in, the goal is to be forever. And for that,
Absolutely.
I need to treat them extremely well, right? I have to be an amazing, right? They need to see me as a great guy, a friend, you know, somebody that they really like. That's what I try to do, right? That's the experience that I try to bring.
Absolutely. No, and I like what you said, just like almost wraps it up, which is at the end of the day, it's all about results, not authenticity. If you deliver on your promise, and sometimes if you can even over deliver on your promise, this is when true relationships start taking place. And as you said, good relationships will continue to do business over and over and over and over again. But yeah, now I really appreciate you breaking this down. I have one last question before wrapping this up. And what would you say in the last couple months would you call the biggest win you had?
The biggest win is for sure. So I would say a few things, okay? Because it has been a few things, thank God. So the first thing I would say, the problem that I came in for, it's fixed, and that was client acquisition. I felt like I was not able to predictably know how I'm gonna get a new client in, and that's extremely stressful because you don't know if you need. By the way, my business structure, right? My business model is extremely sustainable because of the way that I just said that I work. Like a client comes in, and thank God we are able to maintain them for years on average. So that's amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if you want to grow, right, you need to know how the next client is going to come in, right? So you need to know, and now I know. Thanks to all of you guys help, and thank you so much for that. And so but I would say another things. So the other thing would be um, the thing that I said about blind spots. Right now, I know that that I probably don't know some blind spots, you know what I mean, that I'm not seeing right now, and I'm careful about it. Like, okay, maybe there's something here that I'm there's probably something that I'm not seeing that I need to see. And so I'm careful about that. And right now I feel that my mind is just, just I've built this structure, and I've done so many things after joining the community. I learned so much, and that's attached with the third thing and last thing that I want to say, and that is we had some, and this, we had some tough conversations, some real conversations. Um, we talked about some extremely deep stuff, and I would say not business. I mean, like personally, because this is obviously business, but this is a lot about yourself. And Portugal, the situation, the culture, everything, because you live here, so and I'm Portuguese. I've grown up in a small um small place, everybody knows everybody. Everybody is broke, nobody makes money, and that everybody, great people, I want to say this, great people, great country, I absolutely love my country. But this situation of like nobody makes money, everybody is broke, there's almost no lights at the end of the tunnel. You're
Hmm.
poor, your dad was poor, you're gonna die poor. And this, you grown up, you start growing up, and you kind of believe it. You know what I mean? This is kind of attached inside of you of like, I don't know if people are able to, this, every time that I talk about this, I don't know if I'm able to explain myself very well, because this is very deep, very, very deep. It's a mindset. It's kind of, you're trapped, you know what I mean? You know, yeah, I don't know if I'm being able to explain it very well, but it's like you need to kind of escape this mindset of you're going to be broke forever, because your dad was broke, your grandfather was broke, everybody's broke. Why do you think you're better than us, that you're going to make more money? Because it's not possible. It's just, it is what it is. And I had to, and I would say that's probably the most important thing that I was able to let go, of,
Hmm.
because we had some conversations about it in private, and made me think a lot, because I realized that I was in a situation that I need to stop. You know, Listen, if you believe in something, right, it is going to be reality,
Yeah,
to a certain extent, right? If you think that you're not going to be able to make more money than you are making right now, you're probably right. You're probably right. If you believe that, because if you believe that it's not going to be possible, you're not going to start doing something about it. Because why should I do something? It's not possible, right? Makes sense.
why bother?
So yeah, why bother? And I would say for sure that was probably the most important thing, for sure. Obviously, I came in for the client acquisition problem. That was the first problem. But this situation, yeah, I mean, my mind just, I felt like I'm free of that constraint, let's say,
Hmm.
mental constraint, mindset of that. I just look, by the way, right now, I feel like it's my duty and my responsibility to do that with other people as well. And that's why I do content, in Portuguese, and extremely important to me to do that, because I want to do that as well with other people. And I want to create the Portuguese dream. And that's my goal. I want to create the Portuguese dream. So I'm doing my Portuguese dream, and then I want to share that vision with everybody. And so that's what I want to do.
Absolutely freaking love it. So for everyone that wants to connect with you or wants to learn more about your agency, where can they find you?
Yeah, so you guys can find us at glorygiant.com. That's our website. Or you can go to our Instagram, or it's We Are Glory Giants. But our website, glorygiant.com, and then you can schedule a meeting with us. From there, you can see our portfolio, thumbnails, reviews from our clients. Everything is there. And then also you can send us a message via Telegram or WhatsApp. Everything is on our website. All the information is there.
Amazing, brother. Thank you so much for this time. It's been long overdue, this call. And yeah, so everyone, make sure to click the links down below. I will list them there. Go check out Lewis. He's definitely killing it in the content space, and there's a couple of things that you can learn 100%. Oh,
Thank you
thank
so
you so
much,
much,
brother.
brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye.